So, OnePlus might be about to release a phone with a 240 Hz display, and instead of excitement, fans are groaning. Yup, that's the twist. The company famous for never settling might be settling for a spec sheet stunt that almost nobody asked for. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Here's what's happening. The OnePlus 15 just launched in China, and it's been getting great reviews. A proper flagship, impressive specs, and an equally impressive price, around $560 when converted. It's sleek, fast, and a real competitor to the big brands. But there's already drama brewing about what comes next, the OnePlus 16. Because apparently, OnePlus isn't done pushing refresh rates higher, way higher. According to a reliable OnePlus leaker on X, the company's ultimate goal is to create the perfect balance between resolution and refresh rate, and that balance supposedly means a 240 Hz dynamic refresh rate screen. Now, on paper, that sounds insane, in a good way. A 240 Hz panel means your phone would feel unbelievably smooth. Every scroll, every swipe, every animation. Faster than anything you've likely ever seen on a smartphone. But that's where the excitement stops, because fans are not impressed. The reactions on X were brutally honest. Comments like, "Nobody needs 240 Hz on a phone," and "put that money into the cameras instead," pretty much sum up the mood. Some users even called it wasted engineering. And it's not hard to see why. Here's the problem. The OnePlus 15 already dropped from a 2K 120 Hz screen to a 1.5K 165 Hz one, and even that caused mixed reactions. Some loved the smoother display, others said they'd rather have the sharper resolution back. So the idea of bumping refresh rate up again, all the way to 240 Hz, sounds, well, unnecessary. Because honestly, how much smoother can smooth get? At 240 Hz, your display refreshes 240 times every second. That's double what most high-end phones already offer. And even gaming PCs only hit that kind of number when paired with powerful graphics cards. Sure, it looks slick. Scrolling Twitter feels like gliding on ice. Games that support high refresh rates feel ultra-responsive. But most apps, videos, and games aren't even designed to take advantage of 240 Hz. You're using all that power for maybe a handful of scenarios. And while your eyes are enjoying the smoothness, your battery isn't. A 240 Hz screen burns through power faster than a YouTuber burns through sponsor spots. You'll likely end up turning down the refresh rate manually just to make it through the day, which defeats the point entirely. That's why fans are frustrated. They don't want OnePlus to chase numbers. They want better camera performance, longer battery life, and more practical improvements, the things you actually notice every day. This isn't a new problem either. Smartphone makers have been caught in a spec race for years. Megapixels, wattage, refresh rates, you name it. And most of those specs sound exciting until you realize they don't make a meaningful difference in how the phone feels or performs for most people. That's what's fueling this backlash. OnePlus fans aren't against innovation, they just want smart innovation. To be fair, OnePlus might have a plan here. Maybe that 240 Hz display will be adaptive, dialing down automatically when you're not gaming or scrolling fast. Maybe they'll find a way to make it energy efficient enough that battery drain isn't an issue. And knowing OnePlus, they'll probably fine-tune the software to make it genuinely different. Because when they get things right, they really get them right. But until we see that balance for ourselves, the skepticism is valid. Because a phone that's technically faster doesn't always feel better. especially if it sacrifices what really matters in daily use. So, if the OnePlus 16 does come out with a 240Hz screen, it could either be a showcase of engineering brilliance or another case of a company chasing numbers that look good in marketing slides but don't change much in real life. Personally, I think OnePlus is at a crossroads here. They've built a loyal fan base on value, giving flagship power without the flagship price. But once you start adding features that feel more like bragging rights than benefits, that balance starts to slip. The next OnePlus flagship doesn't need to be the fastest scrolling phone ever made. It just needs to be the one people actually want to use all day, for its cameras, its endurance, its balance. Because smoothness is nice, but substance is what makes a phone unforgettable. And if OnePlus doesn't remember that soon, even the smoothest 240Hz display won't stop fans from scrolling straight past it. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.